I'm the only one. I like have a full-blown conversation inside of my head, this completely perfect dialogue, and like every single word and phrase and concept just fits perfectly. It makes perfect sense. And then I go to say it out loud, or I go to talk to somebody about it, like I go to talk to Dakota about it, and literally I can't remember, first of all, or everything that comes out of my mouth does not make sense, or I mumble jumble up words to where just like, wait, what was I saying? Am I the only one? Like, I have these perfect thoughts and they go perfectly together, but then once they reach my mouth, I'm just like, blah. Am I the only one? Quick example of that is, like right now, Dakota and I are doing our Sunday tradition where I'm walking with my weighted vest on, drinking my water, and he's out doing he's running around doing his 5K. And I have like all of these things that are popping into my head about, like recent podcasts that I've listened to, or the recent pages in my book that I've read, or things that I've learned, even concepts that I've learned about like choose your heart and stuff like that. Like, I have it rolling around in my head. But as soon as I start to, like, I wanted to record and let you guys in on my little spiels, I want to share with you guys. But as soon as I started recording myself, like, I just went blank. I don't know if it's like camera shy, which it couldn't be camera shy, I don't know. And just like, just like hard things, like hard to even like get it out of my mouth. Like, what is that? I love getting on Instagram and watching stories, especially from some of my favorite people, some of my favorite creators on here. I just love watching their stories because it's just like a glimpse into their everyday life. Like, they're just real, raw, and authentic. And I've definitely been learning how to do that over the years of being on Instagram, is just being really raw, real, and authentic. Like, and I know I struggle with it at times, a lot of the times, because of I try to think of like why I struggle with it. And I know one of the biggest things, not the only thing, but the biggest thing is just in the way that I was raised or grew up or whatever in the cult. And so sometimes I, like, to this day, I snapshot or screenshot text messages or any type of messages just to have proof if I need it down the road. Like, so like sometimes I'm just afraid of what I say or what I do being like, I don't know, I guess judged, probably. I get super afraid of that just because I feel like I need to defend myself against a lot of things, not even like controversial things. I mean, like everyday things or life decisions or whatever, just like a decision to have bought this house instead of staying in the apartment, or buying a vehicle to have a secondary reliable vehicle instead of staying with the one beater that we had, like all those like life decisions, or even like little things, and like choosing to homeschool and not having a full-time job or a career to help bring in more money for the house or whatever, just all those little things that I just sometimes I'm afraid to open up about, because I'm afraid to that I'm gonna be judged and that I'm just gonna have to prove myself later or whatever, It's just, I'm learning how to be real with you guys. Something I read the other day, it got me all emotional, all up in my feels. Happiness versus like depression. When did you stop singing? When did you stop dancing? When did you stop having the lighthearted fun? When did you stop? And it really had me thinking. There's been a fuck ton that has happened to Dakota and I and our family in the last few years that I really had to think about it. When did I stop singing? When did I stop goofing off? And it's the things like that that gets brought to my attention that, at least for me, I don't necessarily notice. I didn't notice that I had stopped. I chose to put down my bass guitar because of what we went through, the abuse that Dakota and I sustained through our love for music. And that was like part of my heart. Music is part of my heart. And music is a very powerful tool that you can use to uplift your spirits and just get out of your funk and lighten up and stop taking yourself so seriously and just have fun. I'm gonna pick my bass back up and all the motherfuckers can just shove it, you know? I'm bringing my happy back. So here's your sign. Lighten the fuck up, have some fun. Get your trauma out by shaking those hips. We're running errands and stuff. We're currently parked at the bank, so don't freak out, okay?
560.
Okay. I just want to let you guys know that you happen to be sitting in the ashtray. We're in a 1999 Mercury, so it has an ashtray in there.
What do you mean ashtray?
So you want to see it? Look at it. Also holding the little freshener airy thing.
I've counted to 560.
You guys remember the 90s? I do. I do.
Wait.
I do.
Wait, I've counted to 560.
She's in here counting as we're strolling along. She's at 560 now. How long have we been in the car?
2 hours.
One may never know.
What I want to play with? What? Act big. A game that we played long ago. Hot Wheel game. Barbie? No, a game that we played long ago with Barbies.
ahead and turn it off, please.